Hey guys, Clay Loyce here from Fishing Wisconsin 2012. Today I'm going to be talking about some early spring tactics for the states that pretty much had like ice out. You get ice, you can ice fish, and then the ice melts and the water temperature is left at 32 degrees and it has to warm up to like 45 to 55 degrees. First tactic is a suspending jerkbait. Pretty much good bait to be using when the water's cold. I've caught quite a few spring fish on this bait. It helps out a lot. I mean, basically what you want to do is we're going to want to cast that bait out there. You're going to want to fish it in 10 to 12 feet of water. Cast out there. Jerk it 4 or 5 times, and you want to let it sit 30 seconds. I mean, 30 seconds sounds like a long time when you're fishing, and it is a long time. But I mean, count by 30 slow, and sometimes if you notice yourself counting to 30 faster, then just pause another 5 seconds. A lot of times, what the suspension does is you'll be jerking that bait, it'll be hopping along, and then it'll stop, and it's going to stay suspended in the strike zone. Some good jerkbait companies are probably Rapala's got good jerkbaits, suspending jerkbaits, Coppers, River to Sea Rover, and then there's Lucky Craft Pointer. Those are pretty much great jerkbait companies. Those are the ones that pretty much tip my mind right away. And then there's another good tactic that I like to fish for springtime, and that is the magical Carolina rig. Yes. A lot of people are like, why would you want to fish that rig? It's so hard, so complicated. Carolina rig is actually very easy rig to learn. Very easy to learn how to fish. You just got to leave all your other baits at home and just go out and fish it. I thought last season, I was like, this is not going to be a fun thing to fish. But once you start learning how to catch fish on it, and once you start sensing bites, you love this rig. I got a Zoom Black Emerald brush hog on here. Pretty much what a bait like that does, cast that sucker out there in 20 feet of water, and the fish aren't getting that much light in 20 feet of water, obviously, because it's dark down there. So basically, little to no light. You're going to want a blackish bait. Dark colored baits gives you a better profile for that fish to pick up on. And like I said, it's got some green and red flake in there, so basically if there is any sunlight that gets down there, fish are going to be able to pick up on that, and then it's really going to drive them crazy. Why I picked the brush hog though for a Carolina rig bait in the spring. One, it's just a large profile bait. Try to stay away from the baby brush hogs and stuff like that. But then the second one is going to be, it gives off a lot of vibration. Those fish can't see down there. They might be able to see the profile. So basically what that means is you get a bait with a lot of vibrations, and basically it's going to trigger their lateral line, and they'll be able to feel that bait, and they'll be able to feel it out and hunt it down and get it. But a lot of times in 45 to 55 degree water temperatures, the fish aren't going to be hunting it down at all. You just want to pretty much with the Carolina rig, cast her out there 25 foot. I like fishing like ledges and stuff like that with this one. Weed edges, creek bottoms, creek mouths are pretty good with Carolina rig around here. But so you're going to want to cast her out there. Let the thing sink and let it sit there for about 5 seconds once you know it's on the bottom. You want to drag that rod tip just to get that brush hog's little flappers or the little curls going and the little flappers going. Then once you've done that, you want to pretty much, I like to pop it once, pop it straight up like you would on a Texas rig, except just one giant pop, almost like you're setting the hook. And then I'll bring it up off the bottom and stop the bullet weight on the Carolina rig on the bottom. And then pretty much you just let it sit, and the brush hog's going to sit there and just slowly sink to the bottom. And sometimes it'll trigger a reaction strike, like that slow sink to the bottom. Like pretty much like if you're fishing a square bill, bounce it off a rock, stop it, and if it starts to sink or float up, you know, sometimes they'll grab it on the reaction strike. But pretty much that's about it for today's show. So I guess I'll see you guys hopefully next week with a new video. So this has been Fishing Wisconsin, and I'll see you guys later.